Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Uh, just got background music trying to drown out some of the things going on in the house here as I sit out in the family room. A great room, I guess. Anyway, this is the Eadsy Astronomy newsletter for April 26th to May 2nd, 2026. And we're going to we just went through the lunar video, so we're going to start here with planetary highlights. Uh, this week, April 26th to May 2nd, sees us continuing to split between the evening two giants, Venus and Jupiter, and the morning planetary, ongoing, continuing planetary parade in the pre-dawn eastern sky. So let's talk about Venus and Jupiter really quick. Uh, Venus and Jupiter, they're the two brightest objects in the evening sky, and they're really closing the gap between each other, between Gemini and Taurus, just so you know. And we're going to break this up into small refractors, large Dobbs, and imaging. Just make it a little bit different, kind of switch it up this week. Uh, Small refractors, excellent for seeing the crescent phase of Venus. It's currently roughly about 88% lit. I looked at it when I was observing uh, on last Friday, and you could see it beautifully in my 17.5-inch Dob. Uh, you can also see the four Galilean moons of Jupiter in a single wide field with a small refractor. It's a great week to look at the planets, but even though the moon's in the waxing gibbous phase and full moon, planets aren't impacted by the brightness of the moon a whole lot. Great time to take a look in the evening sky for Venus and Jupiter. Large Dobbs should probably focus on Jupiter. The planet is currently high enough that you can really see it really good. And I mentioned here on the night of April 29th and May 1st, this is the image from April 29th, uh, at these are mountain times, so adjust the times for your time zone. 8:15 p.m. mountain time on the 29th and 9:54 p.m. mountain time on May 1st. You can actually, the great red spot is going to transit, and you can actually see it. I captured this from Live Sky. This is at about 8:30, 8:45 after darkness had fallen with Jupiter, and there's the great red spot, and you'll have Callisto, Ganymede, and Io uh, uh, around Jupiter at that time. So observe those nights, see if you can capture that great red spot. If you're imaging, what a great night to capture a great image of Jupiter. Great night to sketch it too. Always got to throw in the sketching part, right? Anyway, uh, whoops, mention that. So it's a prime week for conjunction photography, which I mentioned here. Venus moves significantly closer to Jupiter and the star Wasset Delta Geminorum in Gemini. You can see Jupiter's pretty close to Wasset. Venus here early in the week is down low. They'll continue to merge and come closer together. So you'll be able to see that come together. And you can kind of see how that is. Notice that you are looking west in this image shortly after sunset. And that's what's going on. Sorry, our 5-month-old new Basset Hound puppy that we've had for a couple months now is playing with a toy. So I'm not going to stop that. But if you hear the squeak, that's what that is. Morning planets, pre-dawn. You still got the planetary parade going on. Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. 30, 60 minutes before sunrise. And you got to be careful with Mercury this week. It's getting closer and closer to the sun again. So you really, if you're going to catch Mercury before it goes with the sun again, you just got to be really careful. You don't want to get the sun in your eyes ever. Mercury is negative 0.2. It's the brightest and easiest spot of the morning group. It's well placed, and you can see that I broke it up. Mars and Saturn here again, separated only by about 1 to 2 degrees. I broke it up in small refractors and Dobbs. And Neptune, it's located nearby. You need a telescope to see Neptune. And here you can see from Live Sky. This is the morning of Friday the 1st. You can see Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune are lined up pretty close together here and almost form a nice planetary parade. This is just roughly 20, 30 minutes before sunrise. So you kind of see the sun starting to poke up over the mountains behind you there. So anyway, great time to see that again. And Saturn right now, rings are still almost edge on, just slightly tilted. So see if you can pull that out. Here's some highlights. Moon, Venus, and Jupiter align in the west on the 26th. Great for imaging and binoculars. April 27, Comet C 2023 R3, which we'll talk about in the comet section, above its closest approach to the Earth. Great for large jobs. It's a Meg. It's not a Meg 8. It's about Meg. That was a typo on my part. It's about a Meg 0 to 2 right now. You got the 29th, as we mentioned, the Great Red Spot Transit. And then the 30th, Venus will pass about a half a degree from Epsilon Tauri. And then on May 1st, you have another Great Red Spot Transit. And then just special mention on May 2nd, Saturday, Asteroid Vesta will reach opposition. It's at the brightest for the year. It's roughly magnitude 6, so you need a scope to see it. Under very dark skies, it becomes naked eye at that point. But through a refractor or a Dob, it appears as a distinct bright star that moves position over several hours. And in large Dobs, you'll clearly see, like I wrote here, the non-stellar, slightly yellowish hue compared to the background stars around it. So, if you want to see Asteroid Vesta, that's the one to go after this week. So, you can see we'll move into double stars next. That's your planetary highlights. Thanks for joining me, and invite you to go to Eadsy Astronomy. Again, follow the URL if you're on YouTube. If you're on my blog, go follow the link on the blog post, and you can get the newsletter, you get the PDF, get the link to the Google Doc, and if you want a copy, you can get a copy and have it for yourself. I really hope that people find this useful. Didn't get a whole lot of feedback in my survey on that, so I guess I need to do a better job of getting this out. I do like breaking these up into shorter videos. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch you on the next one.